Thrones Total War Siege as we return to Ice and Fire Total War. And yes, this is another siege with Stannis at King's Landing, but he is not alone in this one. The Ironborn of the Iron Islands have joined him, and so have the Freys and the Tullys of the Riverlands in this 3v3 custom siege battle. We do also have on the defense here today, we have the north, we have also the south of Westeros. We have Dawn, and we also have the Knights of the Vale in this one. So yeah, we have, I think it's mostly House Bolton. I think there is a few House Stark units as well, like Winterfell Pikemen. It actually looks like we got some Sworn Swords as well. But yeah, mostly looks like it is House Bolton. And here we go, we actually have House Martell sallying out with Oberyn Martell in his first move here. That is really ballsy. Risking his general in the very first second of this siege, as we have Greyjoy mounted raiders here being attacked by the heavy cav here. That was a really good charge there by Dawn. And now these Queensmen are going to have to try and get in there and try and pin him down. Oberyn Martell has just been caught again. They need to now get in there with the Queensmen. Here comes, looks like some Water Guard shock infantry. Water Garden guards. And they're getting sent in against more Ironborn here. Well, what a start to this fight. Dawn has decided to sally out and try and defeat the attackers in the field instead of hiding behind its walls. And yeah, that's, I mean, it's definitely a strategy. I mean, we're fighting right by the mud gate. I mean, the archers on top of the wall are certainly going to be able to support quite nicely. They go into the Queensman. Goes Oberyn Martell again, getting a good charge, doing some decent damage there. Doing quite a few of those on the charge. And there you go, though. Oberyn Martell did not survive that withdrawal there, and he has actually fallen. So Dawn is now down a general, and we are not even a minute into this siege. But yes, nice to be back with some more Ice and Fire Total War. I kind of took a little break from it, and also hadn't many really that great replays. This one is a pretty decent replay though, with some absolute chaos taking place at this gate. That's for sure. There's a lot that's going to take place out here. This is a battle that we did on the stream not too long ago, and yeah, it was a very fun battle, very fun siege. And we get to see a good wide variety of factions in a custom game. Instead of sort of like a scenario one, we just do have like random houses fighting each other, which with no law is absolute chaos, and I love that. Yeah, Dawn here fighting on against the host of Stannis. And it looks like, I mean, Stannis should now have the advantage. His troops should, morale-wise, be able to defeat the Dornish army, because, well, Dawn has no general now. A real Bastard's elite here. A cav unit that is now just, you know, getting ready, coming forward. It's a melee cav unit. It's not great on the charge, but I imagine it'll still do just fine going into the back of those chosen swords there of the Greyjoys. But yes, if you're enjoying all Game of Thrones action on the channel, want to see more of it, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. And if you have any sort of Game of Thrones replays yourself from Ice and Fire Total War, if you've been getting into it, do feel free to send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. Or if you just want to get involved in some battles yourself, that's the place to go as well. And then you go to the Bastards Elite. They sallied, well, they kind of went through the gap. There was a bit of a gap, and they tried to go for the Greyjoy archers, and they got focused down. Really nice there, and the Greyjoys have done enough to rout the Bastards Elite. Along have the archers here of the Stannis' host. Stannis now can bring forward his own cav, the Rylor's chosen here, and he can go for a charge, probably onto, I mean, maybe onto Royal Swords, or just side charge some of these Royal Spearmen here, one or the other. The Tullys have also managed to get inside the city. They have knocked down this wall over here, and they now have Sworn Swords inside fighting men-at-arms of House Aaron. Two houses are fought side by side in Robert's Rebellion, now fighting against each other. How the times have changed. these Sworn Swords, you imagine, will beat the Iron Men at Arms. They are better quality. They're like dismounted knights, pretty much. Going up against Men at Arms, which are like wannabe knights. They have more infantry actually coming in. They definitely, if they wanted to, I feel like, if we look at it, I feel like the Tullys could definitely get the second unit and sneak it around here and get in. I feel like there's definitely a bit of a gap going on there, but whether they're just a bit worried they'll just get counterflanked anyway, I do not know. They're now landing on the walls as well, the River Sworn Swords, and they've got to take on, looks like 1 men at arms, so they should be able to overwhelm that in a nice 2v1. The Greyjoys are also fighting on the wall. They are taking a lot of fire, I think, from these Bolton men hunters. They are still doing just fine, actually, in this fight over here against the Flayers. The Flayers definitely are not great infantry. They are, yeah. I don't think really Bolton has strong infantry, apart from its Dread Guards. Its shock infantry is really good. But yeah, its Flayers and like its infantry is not that actually that great.
Our men have given apes.
Yeah, the Greyjoys here still fighting on the wall on this one as well. They haven't been able to use their precursors. They still have the full blue bar, which is a shame. Because that's a great asset for the Greyjoys. They need to use all those before they go in. But if you're sending them over the wall, it's going to be pretty difficult to use those. Yeah, the Flayers that are actually holding their own. I feel like maybe in a wall fight they're doing just fine because, well, there's a smaller front. They can't be outflanked. They just can't be massacred as quickly. But, and the Greyjoys are also getting focused down, which helps the situation for them. We now have Greyjoy silenced men going into the fight as well. These are a shock infantry unit. And they go berserk for these guys. So they pretty much fight to the last man because they are like a berserker type unit. Silenced men, maybe they've, I don't know, had their tongues cut out so they can't speak another word. Maybe some sort of drowned god sort of cult thing they got going on. But yeah, they're getting focused down by archer fire right now. And this is the danger. This is why I didn't really want to send my shock in. Because this was going to happen. We're going to focus down my shock with archers, which they're doing exactly right now. Winterfell Pikes going in here, actually. Trying to break them there. So they'd, yeah, they're also just trying to impale these science men. It looks like this unit here is probably going to break and die in a moment anyway. But we are running out a little bit of manpower here. We could actually probably do with some of the Frey manpower. Because the Freys are sort of fighting in most of these spots, but they are also getting pinned down quite a bit. Freys and the Tullys, I should say. But, I mean, again, fighting on the walls here with the Flayers. They should beat them. See whether they can. And here we go. Rylor's chosen, getting in behind now, which is really good. They're going to need to do more of this. Just get in behind with units. They can get in behind the Dornish troops. They should break them now because, like I said, they lost their general so early on. And then all it needs is just one charge here from Rylor's chosen into the back of these guys, and they'll get them.
Running for their lives.
And I think, oh, there you go. There's this Greyjoy's going berserk. That's quite hilarious. And I think because of that, they disengage any old unit. That's annoying. I imagine that would be very annoying. I did not even realize that when we were playing. That is, yeah, super annoying actually. I was like, oh, these guys will like just go berserk, they're just going to carry on fighting. They were like pulling in and out of their own combat. Co-war AI was like, yeah, screw that. Maybe they were, they might be actually taking out the men at arms. I have a feeling that might be what they're going for, why these guys are winning. Well, there's more troops coming forward. We now have Kraken guards coming in. These are the elite of the elite, pretty much. There is a better one. There's the Hammerers, but looking at stats, actually, Kraken guard have better stats.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
But the Hammers are super heavies, not very heavies. But these guys have more armor, which does make beg the question why they're very heavy. There we go. Look at this. They've broken out of the Starks and the Dornishmen. They've actually broken through. The Kraken guard here is now fighting on multiple fronts. I think everything just kind of broke. Stannis' infantry just finally gave up the ghost. Its willpower gave in. Oh my gosh, look at that fire arrows coming in. That's insane. Making the screen shake. Here comes another Rylor's chosen though. More of them coming forward. The archers here as well need to rip for Greyjoys and for Stannis' army. Really need to start focusing units down on the side, trying to get the advantage. Rylor's chosen here can get a rear charge if it wants into this Stark Sworn Sword. It needs to just to help save the Kraken guard. Here we go. Nice charge, really nice charge, flattening those Starks. There you go, dropping below 100, and that is exactly what they needed. The Starks might break it, you know, you never know. The breaking looks like some of the Royal Spearmen. That's something. They are, yeah, slowly breaking through, it seems. Slowly but surely. Numbers-wise, it's not looking good, though, for the attackers. It's 3,200 against 4,600. It looks like some of the Tully troops have managed to get off the walls. They've got off the walls and they've actually tried to escape the clutches of the champions of the area over here. Super heavy shock infantry for the Vale. Didn't realize they had access to them, but that's very cool. Now they're fighting down here. I think there's some knights, honor guards, House Aaron. Yes, they're like knights for House Aaron. They're fighting against the knights of the Riverlands. The River Lords against the Lords of the Vale. And yeah, the champions of the area, I imagine, will back charge them in a minute and just surround these sworn swords. There they go. Given their order, and they should kill these guys. I mean, if I was House Tully or House Frey, the Riverlands, if I was the Riverlands, I'd be focusing down these champions of the area. They've still got these Footguard crossbows, which are really, really good. Pretty much a hybrid infantry, these guys are. They're pretty good in sword and shield, but also their crossbows are insane. They have also good arc, so I don't know why they aren't firing. But I think he's a little concerned about losing them. The River Lord player does love his crossbows, and he wants to make sure these guys are used well. But he's losing his army. He's been pushed back in a lot of choke points here. He finally might break this men-at-arms, potentially, but we'll see. He's got an honor guard to get through, and he's actually shooting them down now. I think the crossbows are now firing. He's massing them up here. He's going to try and side-shot these honor guards and these men-at-arms. And look at that, Flayer's actually won on the wall here against the Sworn Swords. I don't know why. I think maybe it's the towers. Might have something to do with it. We've got pikes coming in now. I think that's, yeah, some Tully pikes being committed. They're really blobbing up in this choke point. There's 5 units in there. I mean, I think, admittedly, I think one of them is a catapult crew. So even still, it's 4 units blobbing up in there, trying to break through 1 men-at-arm. It's insane. Really is crazy. And, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot left that we can really send in. We've got Kraken Guard now landing on the wall over here. My men are just so sworn depleted after fighting outside the wall. There's not much I can do left. But finally, we actually have got inside the walls of King's Landing. Well, not inside, but like onto the walls again, I guess. We had managed it once. I guess we can manage it a second time. There's not a lot of us left to give it a go. But, you know, we'll fight to the end for the Drown God. I mean, I feel like the weapon the Kraken Guard uses is like a halberd, really. But it is they are shock infantry, but it looks like a halberd that they're really throwing into throwing around. More Kraken Guard over here landing. Yeah, just tiny little units trying to kill off some of these players. The archers are luckily running out of ammo, but my gosh, have they done their damage already? The Greyjoy Chosen Swords breaking it at 17 men, which shows how low they will break. But they just got focused down by these men hunters. They've done incredibly well, I think, the men hunters. Archers, and we're now trying to get into position, I think, trying to duel with theirs and trying to, yeah, silence them. But yeah, the Vale, I think, is actually giving up ground here. You can see that House Frey and House Tully actually are going to break through here. The Riverlands player has had some success. His foot guards for House Frey through the pikes, forced back his Aaron Men-at-Arms, forced back the Aaron Men-at-Arms. Should be able to outflank them. So they are in, the River Lords, but only the River Lords. Stannis and the Greyjoys, I think, are going to be defeated outside the walls. We'll see what happens after that. I mean, they've still got some good assets. They've still got some, like, a lot of archers, which they can bring to bear. They can just start to focus down every sort of unit that's vulnerable, like the Winterfell Pikes here, which somehow survive. You can shoot down archers because they have low missile block. I mean, any of these units, to be honest, archers are pretty strong in Ice and Fire Total War. So, I mean, if they can get some good volleys off, some good flanking shots, and help out the River Lords, there's always a chance, you know. There's always a chance. Never say never. Kraken Guard still fighting strong here.
Their unit has rallied.
They're falling back for some reason. The Kraken Guard just killed them off. There's 30 boys left. The fight's out of their hearts, really. They don't want to carry on their fight. And there you go, I think. Yeah, they captured the gate and the Riverlords here, and now just going to have to just swarm this little Iron Men at arms. And in comes Asher Greyjoy, the unique general for the Greyjoys. Just rear charging and just routing that men at arms very easily. And yeah, I mean, also, yeah, I was going to say there's the foot guards. Foot guard crossbows for House Frey as well. These guys, as I've already said, pretty much a hybrid unit. So these guys will shoot and then they'll go into melee as a foot guard. They'll get some good kills, and they actually got a good volley there into the flayers, doing a lot of damage to them. Need to kill more of them. There's, yeah, plenty of healthy units of flayers, which seems like that's what they are relying on mostly. There's some reserves over here. What is over here? We've got a Royal Pikeman, and we've got more pikes here, gatekeepers. I'd only really be worried about the Royal Pikeman. That is probably the only scary unit. The rest, there's a Winter Wolves in reserve as well. That's a pretty scary shock infantry. The pikes, though, for the Vale, probably pretty easy to kill once you put some crossbow volleys into them. And that's the thing; they have so many crossbow volleys left. These Freys, yeah, they can probably kill off a fair amount of these pikes. And yeah, crossbows are armor piercing. Looks like a lot of flayers going in this front line. If I was, yeah, if the Greyjoys just need a sort of support, any sort of melee here, they just, and same with Stannis, just need to shoot over the wall and side shot any of these flayers here. But it looks like they're retreating a lot of their troops if they can. But yeah, House Bolton might get given in sacrifice here. The northern player sacrificing his Bolton troops but saving his Stark troops. Looks like what's landing over here? Yeah, it's more Kraken guard that is still somehow surviving. It's the only fight going on right now in the entire settlement. Is this little Greyjoy sideshow. They are making the most of it, trying to get as many kills on those bowmen as possible. Don't blame them.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
They are still trying to retreat. Look, they are going to try and get their troops out of here, I think. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, the Riverlands, they might as well, they are outnumbered at this point, the attackers, by quite a bit. The Riverlands, I think, is playing quite safe, trying to be, like, looking after what he has left to try and, you know, get as many kills as possible. Whether, I don't know if he thinks he's going to win. I mean, we have, yeah, less than half of what they have left. We have 1,500, they have 3,400. I mean, if we can concentrate our force, unlike them, defeat them piece by piece, there's a chance. There's a chance. Also up here. Oh, Rylor Lightbringers have gone on as well. Are they landing as well? They might be. I did not realize these guys are also landing up here, supporting the Kraken Guard. Cut them down! Cut down these damn bowmen. I mean, how is this unit not broken? This was crazy. The Dawn's like tier 1 light bows are not breaking. We were like, oh, there you go. Finally they break, but they were like not giving in. They lost their general right at the beginning of this game. It was crazy, the morale for the House Dawn. And there you go, my general. I charge into this shock infantry unit here, trying to do some kills, and then the crossbow just mowed me down, unfortunately. And that's pretty much going to be my game, I think, at that point, because yeah, my general now being gone. My bowmen are not going to stand. These tier 1 bows, the Greyjoys, yeah, not going to do a lot. Sadly, I think I'm just going to go for one more charge on the men hunters here.
The men's resolve is failing.
Do my bit. And there you go. I don't think they'll even... my gen might break here, just staying in melee, but also the archer fire from the fire arrows of the towers might break them, man. You never know. We'll see here. Men hunters, actually, I think we might win that fight. We might win that fight, we'll see. They are winning. Very decisively. Yeah, maybe they'll win that one against the men hunters. Need to capture this gate. This is another important gate to capture. Get more, get all those archers for the House Greyjoy, and also for Stannis. Get him inside as well. There you go. Finally, actually broke those men hunters. Huge win. Don't think there's anything else really to go into though at the moment. And the Freys and the Tullys slowly just, you know, just chipping away at these Bolton forces that have just been left piece by piece destroyed. It's mainly the men hunters, just the archers. Already used their ammo up. They haven't got much use left. But my Kraken Guard was successful. They were victorious. 45 of these boys left. They're not going to get many kills. I was just being aggressive with them. Trying to be a pest. My plan was to come off this wall here and then attack the Winterfell pikemen in the back and just attack them and get some kills, at least scare them back. And yeah, they did not go to plan. Yeah, I should have waited a little bit longer maybe, but the Starks were just, yeah, retreating. They were retreating. Not standing their ground. Really, they could have just defeated like us in the what was left in the field. Probably they could have just carried on sallying out. They were doing such a great job of it. And yeah, I think Asher's about it. I'm just going to send Asher into the next line of flayers here, along with Stannis. By the looks of it, Stannis and Asher, the two unique generals going in. And in they go, slamming on in.
Running for their lives.
Raiders on horseback, and they're getting counter-charged. I think by more flayers. It's not like anything impressive, but it's going to be enough to rout Asher. Asher already actually be dead. Stannis is now retreating for his life, getting out of there. Get out, boy! They get focused down by archers and crossbows.
The tide of battle turns against us.
And yeah, I think the tide of battle turned against us a little while ago, but it does not matter. House Tully and House Frey are going to make one last great charge. Try and break the forces here of the North and the Vale. Dawn's pretty much gone. He's got his one Royal Pikeman left. There you go. Stannis going in. I think Stannis might be sacrificing himself. I think he's pretty much without an army as well. And there you go. Stannis is fallen, and pretty much where he fell last time that he was in the siege of King's Landing that I covered. Lightbringers there breaking. I think that's him mass riding, and now it just is going to be the Riverlands that need to charge in and pretty much just die. I think at this point we kind of been like given up. I think we realized at the end of this game that the Vale had spent way more than they should have. They had like the same amount of money as the attackers, and maybe we weren't sure if others did as well. But yeah, there was like they had the budget sort of like bug that you can get, or the money bug. So like you have the same amount of money as the attackers. So it's kind of a bit unfair because they had the defenses and then the same amount of money. So, but we only realised this after the game. We weren't 100% sure of it. We were suspicious. We weren't sure. And yeah, the flayers here cutting down these using sworn swords. They've just fought one too many battles. And with only 42 troops left, they're starting to waver. And I imagine that these foot guards might be able to just be being pinned down by lesser troops, and they're just going to get shot at by archers and crossbows. And the sworn spears of House Starks. Yeah, they had, like Starks still had like so many healthy units as well. So we were like, they surely are like still spent over the amounts as well. But we weren't 100% sure with them. I think the Bolton troops are just really cheap, really rubbish, but they actually like performed okay in the siege. They didn't do too bad on those walls, pinning stuff down, getting archer support. And yeah, the sworn spears, all they have to do now is rear charge those foot guards. They should rout them. And looks like the pikes as well. I mean, they've actually managed to pin honor guards here against the wall, but they are now showing their backs. They're probably going to get shot in the back here, the river and pikes. I think Edmure Tully is the general. Yeah, Lord Paramount Edmure Tully. Usually the reason why people bring unique generals are because they're cool, but also they do have a bunch of their own abilities. They do cost more to bring than just like bringing like just like a general bodyguard, but you get so many like additional abilities. Plus you can choose your own like one. Like in every Total War, you can like see whether you want to bring rally or fear or stuff like that. But most of them have like a rally or a fear or a war cry or something like that already on them. So you could stack them, which is always very cool, like stack war cries, which always has its own perks, or stack braces or something like that. But yeah, that's the reason why people will bring them quite often, is because of abilities. Royal Pikes here of House Martell going in, the final unit of House Martell. These guys, if we can break anyone's full army, it needs to be House Martell. These guys should have broken so much longer ago. Like losing a general minute 1, and they still did not like just mass route. In a land battle, they would definitely mass route. Mainly probably because you can get troops behind. A bit of lag there right at the end of the game, a bit odd. But the Royal Pikemen here are losing. I think it's because the Foot Guards charged, but also they're getting shot by all the other Foot Guard crossbows. Yeah, these kind of charged, got inside the formation, which he kind of is on the flank. Certainly, he's flanking their formation and upsetting those Royal Pikemen there. They are starting to lose now as well themselves. I think maybe because they're in prolonged melee with the pikes. Pikes, yeah, back to combat even. They need support to the fray crossbows from the other crossbows to actually give themselves a chance of winning this. But there's just too many troops. Too many troops.
Enemy units
for
the
River Lords to even try and hold back at this point. I mean, how many troops are they left with? 2,700. I mean, yeah, they had more troops to start with. It's never a great sign either. And it's usually a sign of the money glitch. Here come the crossbow. Here come the flayers. The crossbows should beat them. Unless army losses are going to come into play. But in a one-on-one, these guys will lose, the flayers. I mean, they're also weak and pretty weak anyway. They've been in a lot of fights. The crossbows are relatively fresh. And there you go, one flayer's already breaks immediately. We've got pikes in here now. I mean, the pikes can get focused down by the crossbows. So, yeah, the crossbows nearly have used all their ammo at this point, actually. It's crazy. Rear charge coming in here from Edmonton, and the pikes, I think, got their pikes sorted down, but really not. And they managed to impale Edmonton here. He went all the way around. He went for a charge in the back. He's got past these champions at the Eyrie. He went to rear charge the pikes. And the pikes half turned around and then impaled him. So now they're without a general. Our House Frey, not so great. They could still focus on these pikes if they want to. Here comes Savardis Egan.
Fall to the enemy. Grim news.
I mean, they could shoot him now as well. I was going to say the Foot Guard crossbows could try and shoot him. They wanted to. These guys sneaking around, these Winter Wolves here. I'd say that's a pretty legal sneak around. There is a gap. And yeah, there you go. Savardis routes those Foot Guards there. And that's just going to be one more. And there you go. A valiant defeat for House Greyjoy and its allies. We'll have a quick look at the end results. I was playing as House Greyjoy in this one. It was, like I said, it was part of a stream we did a little while ago. My general, Asher, getting 109 kills in this one. 123 kills with my bows, 158 with another one there. My chosen swords getting 126 kills. But yeah, not many of the other guys that landed on the walls got great kills, 94. One of my science men got 153 kills, but most of these guys got focused down. And same with the Kraken Guard, really. They just did not get the chance to get the kills because they got sent in when missiles were still pretty much plentiful for the defenders. Ike playing as the Riverlands, as both like Frey and Tully, did a little bit better with some of his infantry and his crossbows. I mean, one of his infantry got 104 kills, and his Foot Guards 103, and his crossbows 113, 114, 139. Again, his crossbows doing the best out of anything. Then we have Bolg playing as the Crownlands, or Stannis' like host. 94 kills with Stannis before he fell. His Rilo Lightbringers, his elite archers, 182 kills, 243 kills. But his infantry did not have a great day at all. Like his elite Queensmen and Kingsmen, yeah, 40 kills, 62 kills, yeesh. Rough. And then we have Abrazan playing as Dawn. I'm pretty sure he must have had more money than us as well, because his army is actually larger than any of ours, which is crazy. But maybe he just got lower tier troops, which these Dawn's troops are pretty low tier, to be fair, and pretty cheap. So it might be why he has more troops. 188 kills, 215 kills, with his archers did very well on those walls. But yeah, his infantry not too well. His royal swords here got 120 kills. But yeah, most of his infantry below 100 kills as well. Like they just kind of did. I guess maybe they did route when getting surrounded, but also yeah, Martel getting killed off here. Oberyn Martel with 70 kills early on did not help his cause. Then we have I think this is Jack or Itchy Right Nut playing as at the north, and he got some pretty good kills with his bows. 103, 126 kills, 115, 105. Then his infantry, yeah, like 80, 89. But nothing insane for his kills. His Cav 10 kills over the Bastards Elite. Then we have it's Pink We Can Link. I don't know. But anyway, the Vale, playing as the Vale, getting 126 kills with his crosswomen of the Eyrie, 139 kills with his Iron Mountaineers, which is longbows. But yeah, I think he was the one who said, "Oh yeah, I had too much money. I could not have really done this," because his army is like made up of just elites. Really, probably needed to bring more like lower tier troops. But either way, most of their armies outnumbered us. I actually had the largest army for us, and yeah, it was a bit of a rough one. Is Honor Guards here though, getting 142 kills. I think is the best of anything he had in that game. But yeah, well done to everyone that took part anyway. It was a really fun fight. It's nice to do some more Game of Thrones from time to time. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you got this far, thank you for watching. There's some other ones, other replays appearing on your screen now, hopefully, for Ice and Fire Total War that you can always check out. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.